All right, my friends, so stop right there because these dill pickle meatloaf bites are juicy and addictive. Hey friends, it's Kelly and welcome back to Mama Needs a Goal. Thank you so much for joining me and thank you for stopping by. I don't know why I was like, stop. Anyway, today I am making some meatloaf pickle bites. Yep, that's what I said. I am using my little mini cupcake pan to do this, but you can use a regular cupcake pan, and honestly you can even make this into a meatloaf if you don't have the little mini pan or the cupcake pans. But anyway, I'm going to be making some pickle meatloaf bites today and I thought I'd bring you along. So let's go over all the ingredients and then we'll get started. Alrighty, so we have some black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, salt. I am using chopped dried onion because I thought I had an onion in my pantry and I did not, and I've already got everything out and ready to go. So I just decided to use that instead of a fresh onion, but I recommend using a fresh onion. It will be in the description box with the entire recipe. Some milk, honey, Worcestershire sauce, a pound of ground beef, 1 egg. I'm using panko breadcrumbs, you can use regular, and I'm using Mexican style cheese. You can use cheddar. If you watched me long enough, you know I use Mexican blend cheese for everything. Dijon mustard and some dill pickles with the juice. And friends, this is everything that we're going to be using today, so let's get started. Alrighty, so we have our pound of ground beef here, and I just want to let you know that I turned the oven on. We're going to preheat it to 375. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is add in a half a cup of panko crumbs. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of my dried onion, and like I said, use a regular yellow onion if you can. We're going to do a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and a tablespoon of pickle juice, and a 1/3 cup of milk. We're going to put in 1 egg, half a cup of diced dill pickles. Then we're going to put in a teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of pepper. I'm actually going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Alrighty. And we're going to do about half a cup of cheese. Alrighty, I have my little muffin pan here all sprayed. I am going to wear my little gloves because I hate mixing ground beef up without gloves. So we're just going to go ahead and mix this up. I really wanted to mix this up before I put the pickles in, but I realized I forgot to do that. So I'm kind of mixing it up on the side a little bit, and then I'm going to fold in the pickles. So just kind of make note of that. It is in the directions, so you'll know. Okay, now let's fold the pickles in. Get this mixed up. Yeah, Kel, let's get this mixed up. It smells good. Good. Yum, yum. So exciting. These are going to be so good. Now, while these are in the oven, we will mix up our glaze that's going to go on top. This would be really good with as an appetizer. You can have them a little bit bigger and do some mashed potatoes or some sliced diced potatoes in the air fryer. That would work as well. Alrighty, I think we are ready. Alrighty, so we're just gonna make enough in there. We'll pat them down. We'll come back and pat them down. These would be a wonderful appetizer or a quick little thing for a party, you know, sports party or something. Go. too much in there. A little bit. I'm not a fan of wearing gloves, but ground beef, mixing it up. Ugh. It gets so greasy. I think I'm going to combine these two because they're pretty small. Okay. I think I'll take a little bit from this one and add it into these. I'm not sure if I had quite a pound because I buy the big thing at Costco and then I just break it down. I don't weigh it or anything, so I think this could be a little bit less than a pound. So I'm thinking if you have a pound or a little over, you will have this completely filled. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. Like I said, it just came up to temperature. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. We're gonna cook it for about 18 to 20 minutes. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but while they're cooking, we're gonna go ahead and mix up the glaze that's gonna go on top for the last 5 minutes. So I'm gonna put it in for about 17 minutes, and then we'll probably check it and then glaze it at that point. So let's go ahead and put this in the oven. Alrighty. Now let's set that timer. Alrighty, so our meat is in the oven. I'm going to go ahead and mix up the glaze. So we're going to get our Dijon. Ooh, I just made a mess. Look at that. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Then I need to wipe this off because Lord knows I made a mess. And then we're going to do 1 tablespoon of pickle juice. Oops, that was a little more than I wanted. And then we're going to do a teaspoon honey. So we're going to do a teaspoon of honey. This honey container is so huge. I can barely hold it. Oh my goodness. All right, Kelly. I'll let it sit there for a minute. And then we're going to do half teaspoon of garlic powder. And that is all that we're going to do. I'm going to use this to stir it a little bit just so I can get the honey off of there. And this is going to be our glaze that's going to go on top of the meat for the last 5 minutes. Friends, that's it. Not difficult or time consuming at all. And prep is the key. I get everything out, laid out, all the measuring spoons and all laid in front of what I'm going to do, and I just go boom, boom, boom. That way I'm always double checking my recipe because I have a bad habit of misreading. So this way I lay these out in front of what I want to do and I know what I'm going to do. That's simple. Let me use this. I still have some honey on here. Let's get that honey in there. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to put this aside until our meat is done, or the last 5 minutes, and then we're going to brush it. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and put our glaze on. Can I just say these smell absolutely delicious. Alright, let's brush that glaze on top. And you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. It's not an absolute. Smells so good. You can really smell the glaze on it now, I guess because they're so hot. gonna leave that one free of glaze. See how much of an impact it has. Alrighty, back in the oven for at least 5 more minutes. Alrighty, so they are done and they smell absolutely delicious. So we're gonna let them cool down a little bit. I'm just gonna loosen them up and then we will do a taste test as soon as they are cool. Yum! All right, friends, so here they are. We're going to do a quick little taste test. Let's see what we think. Good. I don't know if we can see it or not. There will be pictures at the end, so you can see them. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Excuse me. So anyway, friends, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that little subscribe button as it does greatly help me out. And also, please check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and TikTok, as I am active on all those social media sites as well. So friends, thanks so much, and I'll catch up with you next time. Bye.